Hello folks, today is Friday, September 16th, 2022. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week, and I'm happy to say we're eating pretty good this week. A lot of new games to talk about and a bunch of stuff, so let's just jump right in. The first thing is around a new PlayStation State of Play that went down this week. Just to get you guys caught up, we did make a whole dedicated video on this, so I can't cover everything, but some of the big things worth pointing out include a new look at Stellar Blade. This game was previously just kind of had a code name, but this is like that big, stylish action game with that sexy lady with the cool swords and guns. Also, it was teased, but now during this State of Play, we got a full look at Tekken 8. It is called Tekken 8, and the glimpses that we've seen seem like some of it's in-game and very technically impressive. It's hard to tell with how edited and crazy the trailer is, but Tekken is just cool. Straight up, like that's all I can really say about Tekken. It's just cool as hell, and 8 already looks pretty sweet. We also got to look at a specialized God of War DualSense controller coming to celebrate the release of the game, and we got a big new trailer for God of War Ragnarok, and this is a hell of a trailer, I gotta say. They don't make them like this that often. This teases just incredible story moments, action moments, and gameplay. You kind of get everything in this, and I'm really excited. I've kind of just been like, you know, going along, but after this trailer, now I'm finally like really in. And thankfully, we don't have to wait too much longer. But one of the biggest new things to come from this State of Play is something that like straight up took our breath away with certain shots. This is Rise of the Ronin. This is from Team Ninja, the people behind many games, but most recently the Neo games, and this thing looks incredible. This is essentially a seemingly open world action RPG at the end of the Edo period of Japan. This is the late 19th century, and you are a Ronin wandering around exploring this changing world, and apparently it's going to have a lot of cool decisions, seemingly some pretty wild combat involving not only swords, but guns. Let's just call that the perfect combination. I'm biased because I'm a Devil May Cry fanboy, but anytime there is a sword and also a gun, very cool. But in this setting, in this time period, it just looks absolutely stunning. We see the character exploring very big worlds, engaging in probably some tight and challenging combat. A lot of people are speculating that it might be close to how Neo played. But really, this brief glimpse has me anticipating and really looking forward to this. I think Team Ninja makes some pretty great games most of the time, so this is something to definitely keep an eye on. But it's going to be a while because it's slated for 2024, so there's that. Team Ninja did say in a blog post that they have been working on this game kind of like on and off for like 7 years, so like that just sounds like a cool, passionate, exciting thing that I can't wait to see what this really is. Along with that this week, there was also a Nintendo Direct with a bunch of stuff. A new Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Engage. Also, I don't know why I didn't expect this, but a sequel to Octopath Traveler. It's Octopath Traveler 2, and I'm curious to see what that can really put out, because the first one was good, but this one can kind of like really push it to greatness, fix some of the flaws with the original. We got a bunch of game reveals for like farming life simulator games, but one of the big showstoppers was Pikmin 4. There's a Pikmin mobile game thing coming out, but also Pikmin 4 is legit and it is coming, and that's pretty sweet. That's been like the longest running thing forever, so to finally actually see a real logo and hear about it for real this time, nice. But last but certainly not least, this relatively calm Direct did end with a bang, with a new brief look at Breath of the Wild 2, which now Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 actually has an official title. It's The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom? Tears of the Kingdom. The jury is still out on this one, I think. I don't know if they actually officially said, but it could be either or. Both words kind of work, you know, similarly, and the English language is weird and annoying, so. Bears of the Kingdom. Bears of the Kingdom? Now that's a game. Let me know if I'm wrong, or let me know what you think it is in the comments, definitely. But the other big thing, because we didn't get too much gameplay here, we just got a name, and very importantly, a release date. Finally. And it's actually coming a little bit sooner than I expected. The release date as of right now is May 12th, 2023. Next up, along with that, TGS, Tokyo Game Show, is popping off. It's starting to kick off. We don't have everything yet as of the time of making this video. Hideo Kojima seemingly may be revealing a thing, like a VR thing, but right now what we do know is that Konami did announce officially its next big gaming thing. We talked about it last week or so. We knew they were going to announce the return of a franchise, and people thought it was going to be something like Silent Hill or Metal Gear, but expectations were tampered, and very cool, they actually announced an HD remaster of Suikoden 1 and 2. This is with redone, crisper visuals, some tweaks here and there, and a fast-forward mode. And I gotta say, with this trailer, man, this game is looking pretty gorgeous. I'm hoping a lot of people are really going to be very happy with this one. It's funny, because Konami still really sucks. A lot of their moves have sucked, but hopefully they pull this one off. This definitely is starting to mark their slow return into video games. There's been rumblings for a while that they're getting back in the game, and yeah. Just of course remember, like with any company, they're getting back in the game not just to make you happy, but also to make money. Is that too heavy? Is that too real? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
That's real.
Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by our longtime sponsor, Vessi. Now, if you don't know by now, these are our dependable go-to sneakers for pretty much every situation, whether you're working or chilling. All of their kicks are sustainably made, vegan, and 100% waterproof, which is our favorite feature. And last week, I got to go on a little vacation. I brought 2 pairs of Vessis to Iceland with me, a country known for quite a wet climate, and I definitely got outdoorsy with them. And let me tell you, these shoes really kicked butt there. I was hitting mud, like water in streams, dust, dirt, anything, no problem. Thankfully, the material with these kicks keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So in a country like Iceland, it just really worked out. I was very satisfied. But whether you use them at home or abroad, if you're looking for convenience and comfort, consider checking them out, because they're great for all types of use cases. A lot of you guys have checked them out and have been very happy. So if you want to check out some styles and maybe pick up a pair, definitely click the link down in the description soon, because sizes sell out often. These puppies move. So click vessi.com/gameranx and use our code gameranx to get $25 off your pair of adult Vessi shoes. Once again, that's vessi.com/gameranx. You can click it in the description down there. Thanks again to Vessi for sponsoring our videos. And in other news, Babylon's Fall is shutting its doors. Yes, I'm sure a lot of people are upset. This game, this Platinum game that was reviewed pretty terribly, and most people just really didn't like it or take to it. It was notorious for having like a player count of 1 at a point. Now they have officially announced that in February, things are going to be shutting down, and that marks less than a year from the launch of the game, right? That was quick. Now, we always vote here for like a comeback story. So many games have really turned it around and built themselves into something very cool, these online types of games. But it seems like Babylon's Fall didn't even scrape enough at the start to really justify that. So every once in a while, Platinum Games takes an L. And unfortunately, this is one of them. Jumping over from that bummer news, I do have a bunch of cool stuff linked in the description down below, along with all the main stories, some stuff that you should check out. This, specifically, is a Metal Gear Solid 2 mod for PC that completely revitalizes the game. The biggest thing worth highlighting, other than just kind of sprucing things up, is that it gets a Metal Gear Solid 3 subsistence-style camera, which is really, that's a big deal for 2. Like, I'm talking like the big shell bridge crossings. Imagine moving the camera. That helps. This fan project is actually called The Substance of Subsistence. Very cute. I really like that. And it's officially dropping for people to check out November 5th of this year. As you guys probably know at this point, if you've been watching for a while, I'm a Metal Gear Solid fanboy, and what the PC community and the Metal Gear community has really done for the original Metal Gear Solid 1 and now 2 specifically has been nothing short of beautiful, and I am seriously, eternally grateful. Some other things to note, Metal Hellsinger is out as of now. This is the first-person shooter Doom-style game where you have to shoot on the beat for more bonuses. It's like a rhythm-style thing. Very, very cool. They got a lot of famous singers and musicians. They got Surge from System of a Down, which is sweet. So I'm gonna try and jump into this game this weekend. But yeah, also it kind of leaked, and then it's official. Deathloop is coming to Xbox September 20th. So if you felt like you missed out, if you were only on Xbox or something like that, now you have a chance to check out a game that we thought was very cool. Also, the hits just keep coming. Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection thing, is finally coming to PC. The release date is October 19th, so not too far away. And I'm really, really excited to see what people do with Uncharted. Modders get crazy with all these Sony releases recently, but I think Uncharted is on a whole nother level. I would very much like to play the Uncharted games as Indiana Jones. Just saying. Also, Lara Croft. Let's go. And the week is just full of events. There was also a big Call of Duty event for Modern Warfare 2. We got a big trailer detailing and highlighting the multiplayer. There is also a multiplayer beta, I believe, out like now, and people are jumping on that. I'm probably not, not gonna lie. But also we got a little bit of details about the new Warzone mode. So, yeah, gonna be honest, I don't follow Call of Duty multiplayer news too closely until the games just drop. They just drop and I check them out. But yeah, I will link all the details in the description down below. And there was also a Resident Evil live stream reveal this week. So we know now that all of the games are basically coming to Nintendo Switch via cloud streaming. We also got a new look at that competitive like mercenaries mode where you can play as Heisenberg and Lady D, so that's pretty sweet. Some additional information about the Rose DLC, the story DLC continuation for Resident Evil Village, but also they showed off some gameplay of this new Resident Evil Village content batch, the Ethan Winters third-person mode. It looks pretty great. It looks like it plays like Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake. So sign me up. I needed a reason to replay that. But also now just a little extra glimmer. We know that this Resident Evil 4 Remake is also coming to last gen for PlayStation 4 specifically. So that's good for some people who definitely still haven't gotten their hands on a PS5 yet. I know there's a lot of people out there. So yeah, they also said more information is coming about Resident Evil 4 next month. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about Yakuza. There's a lot of news that came out about Yakuza, and I am really, really excited for it. So first, we have Like a Dragon 8, a brief tease that highlights an additional new character coming to play. It's Kiryu himself, and he's got this cool Devil May Cry hairstyle. Yep, that's right. Just when you thought he couldn't get more handsome, they went and did it. And speaking of Kiryu, we have Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. This is seemingly a new game starring the man himself. Like he's back, sort of. The trailer is very cryptic, sets some things up. So there's that to look forward to. We don't have a ton of details on it, but also coming fairly soon in 2023 is Like a Dragon Ishin. This is the modern Yakuza kind of remake version of the game that was released only in Japan, that takes place in like an older Japan setting, featuring the familiar characters, and it looks awesome. There's gameplay out there. You're slicing dudes up with katanas. You're using a pistol. Like it is. I've always wanted to experience this after getting into the series and really hearing about it. So now that it's coming to our territories, I'm very, very excited. It's on all the major platforms, February 21st, 2023. So I'm clearly excited. I really like these games, but I want to know from you guys in the comments what you think specifically about Kiryu coming back. Like, you know, we've had a pretty decent send-off of him. The series really seemed like it was moving on, and they brought him back. It's kind of like if they brought back Iron Man, like, right now, you know? I love him enough that I don't care, but, you know, it's definitely interesting. So let's talk about that stuff, but let's also just talk about all the stuff that was announced this week. It's pretty wild. Is there at least one thing that was announced this week that caught your eye? There's got to be at least one thing that you're into, so let me know in the comments. Let's talk about all this gaming news. Definitely want to hear from you. Also, of course, like I always say, we do a pinned comment that says like, hey, what are you playing this week? Just drop in that comment thread what you're playing for our research purposes. We'll be down in the comments as much as possible. Things get a little crazy though, so be sure to just hit me up if you want on Twitter and Instagram and my other YouTube channel, just my name, Jake Baldino. But thank you guys for being here. We very much appreciate it. Thanks for coming and getting caught up in the news with us. We're here every Friday, forever, so come around. Clicking a like. I didn't mean to say forever. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. Clicking the like button does help us out. Thank you. Subscribe if you're new, but that's it. I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. Pizza's on me. Have a great weekend.